Hi everyone. So, I'm wearing a bandeau. Yes. And I'm gonna be picking it up every once in a while because, well, it's a bandeau and, you know, it is quite the gloomy day outside. It was raining. It was pouring this morning, okay? Yes. And no makeup such. But I have a book review of this book, Legacy, the fourth and last book in the Vampire Beach Quartet. Well, a fourth book would mean yes, by Alex Duval. And this is probably one of the best books in the four books. Ugh, itchy eye. Ugh. And yes, this is also a different angle because I am working on stuff on my laptop. And I actually should be working on moving stuff from my laptop to my external because I've got a bunch of pictures on here which I already uploaded and I need to get rid of. Not really, but whatever. You should know what I mean. But anyway, this book, the relationship of Jason and Sienna comes to fruition and grows a lot more, but they have, this thing that happens, the big decisions that Jason and Sienna need to figure out. And also, that's not my most important part of this whole thing. The big part is that basically I really like is the fact that his Aunt Bianca is starting to go a little nuts. She seems like she's changing because she's being very erratic and everyone just thinks it's like, oh, she's just tired and, stressed out from work. And well, she does go back and forth between California and New York, and she does a lot of she's a casting agent, whatever, but she's also a vampire. And there's this thing about transforming a human into a vampire, which is what Bianca basically is. And it's the fact that this is not exactly a spoiler or anything, but the fact about turning a human into a vampire is it's kind of very dangerous. One, you are perfectly fine and you're fine to transform. Two, you die instantly from being transformed into a vampire. Three, slowly, so it depending on the ratio of this, you slowly go insane. Either, it's sooner in life or it's later, much later in your vampire life that you start to go insane. So the whole situation of his Aunt Bianca going slightly insane because apparently she's not completely compatible of turning into a vampire. That's what these vampires have. These vampires are doing research with their blood, trying to find just, a synthesized way of being off human blood, sort of the way that True Blood or, the Stackhouse books had the True Blood drinks. So they're trying to do that in here. They haven't figured that out yet, unlike the Suki Stackhouse books, where they already figured it out and have, bottles of it. So they're figuring that out. But they figured out a way of testing the DNA of humans to figure out whether they're compatible of transforming into a vampire. So that comes in a bit later, but that's one of the big thing is that, I actually may have spoiled the big decision, but his aunt is talking about legacy and she doesn't have children, and she's basically telling Jason, well, Jason mainly because the story is mainly about him. And so, well, him and Danny are her legacy because they're technically the only children his Aunt Bianca has, and her and Stefan, the actual vampire that turned her husband, they didn't have children. So we don't know if she does or does not know if she's insane. We don't know, and you gotta find that out whether or not she knows that herself. And everyone's trying to pull apart Jason and Sienna, and that whole thing going on of the threat of Jason's Aunt Bianca telling Sienna's parents that they're kind of still together and be like, hey, either you go through this thing and become my legacy, or I'm gonna tell her parents about you guys and we're gonna split you up. So yeah, that happened, and like this whole looming threat of that. And it's just, I love like the fact like that, you know, like that terrifying feeling of like, oh my god, I'm never gonna see this person again. And it's just like all the build up is so good, and then figuring the stuff out at the end, it's so good. It's just, I love the build up. The build up is the best part, and like it's not like a murder mystery or like a mystery like the Nancy Drew stuff or like something's stolen or, you know, stuff like that, but it's the mystery. It's that same feeling of this buildup of this whole mystery of whether or not Jason and Sienna will be completely torn apart, or they're gonna be able to stick together and, you know, be together as a couple, and the whole Bianca thing, and whether Jason can transform or not, and like this was the best one out of the 4, and I love it, okay? And I recommend it wholly because it was so flipping good. And that's all I have to say, because I would love to be able to read it just straight through, but because I've got Sailor Moon to watch, I am like halfway through season 3, and you know, I've got all those videos to edit, and like this one right here I'm making. So I recommend this book. This was quite thrilling, and I would have whizzed through this if I hadn't had stuff I needed to watch. So that's this book. It was very good. I recommend it. I wish there was more, but I don't think there is more. I think it's, I'm gonna check the website. I'm gonna do that right now because I actually have internet. So I need Google, and we need Alex Duval. We got my computer right behind us. He doesn't have his own website? Oh, wait, do we have more? I don't know what High Stakes is. I got Richard, what? Ooh, what? High Stakes Hunted, what? What, there's more? Oh my god, okay, I gotta go back, hold on. Right there, I got that, okay. I got that. Oh my gosh, there's 6 books in this. I didn't know that. There's 2 more books after this. This is a series. This is a saga or something. I don't know, but there's 6 books in this series. So, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to find the next 2 books are High Stakes and Hunted, and that's all there is. Oh my gosh. Oh, go back. I'm gonna go there. Yes, there we go. Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there are 2 more books after this, and I gotta go get them. Hold on, let me see if they're actual books, like actual series. Ah, okay. Okay, so there are 2 more official books. So, yeah. Alright. So I gotta get that stuff. So, I love this series and I recommend it. So I'm gonna go have to buy them. So I'm gonna have to find that on my Better World Books series page. Bleh. Alright. So I'm just gonna get that website up. But anyway, I'm still waiting on my interlibrary loan, which is my cowboy, you know, esque reading, like the bad luck wedding stuff. But my next book for my personal selection is Roses After Rain by Cassie Edwards. And this is a total official romance novel. Oh, the adult romance novel. Like, it's not just a romance novel. This isn't an adult smutty romance novel, okay? An adult romance, when I say adult romance, it's when it's got lots of sex in it. And this is one of them. A nice long one, which is so good. If it was a romance, it would be just a normal light romance where there's not really any sex. I think Nora Roberts is more just a regular romance one, whereas this is an adult romance because of all the adult smutty stuff, because yes, and I can't wait. And this is a single book. It's not part of a series, so I don't have to worry about that. Yes, this is good to be excited. Yes. And so I'm gonna start this. Australia. Vast and untamed, it was a land that tested the boundaries of a man's courage. And rugged Ian Ian Lavery, I don't know how you should have pronounced that, reveled in the struggle as he pitted himself against bushrangers, wild dingoes, and drought. Thalia, or Thalia, Thalia. I think it's Thalia, but it might be Thalia, but I'm pretty sure it's Thalia. Beautiful and provocative, she tried the limits of a man's endurance, but Ian sensed there were exquisite pleasures to be had in claiming the penniless what the hell is that word? E-M-I-G-R-E. Emerg? What the hell is that word? Oh my god, I must Google this word. I don't know what the hell it is. Emer. I want the stupid definition. Give me the definition. Emer. A person who has left their own country in order to settle in another, usually for political reasons. Emgra. That's how I'm pronouncing it. E-M space G-R-A. Emgra. Oh. It's an emigrant. Okay. Emgra. Shit. Then why just say immigrant? Ugh. Roses after rain. Wild and sweet, their passion went beyond the bounds of propriety, yet neither would deny a love as unconquerable as the continent itself. Holy shit, was there words that I could not pronounce, or just had to slowly pronounce. Oh my goodness. But, I don't know. Well, it's gonna be lovely regardless. It's an adult romance and I love adult romance. But, I don't know, I hope there's not such complicated words. Yes. So, I have this little thing, a little teaser for us. I'm gonna read. Feigning love for one man, Thalia longed for another. Ian grabbed her roughly into his arms, his insides melting as her breast crushed against his chest. I'll return you to your husband. He wove his fingers through her hair and drew her lips close. But I have something to give you first. When you are in your husband's arms, think of this. I am so not sounding sexy here, but reading it myself or just reading it yourself, or, you know, maybe there's an audiobook. Whenever I read an audiobook of a romance novel, they sound so much sexier than I do whenever I just I'm reading it out to you. But his mouth seized hers in a hard, long kiss, his tongue probing her lips apart. Then he released her and silently looked down at her, his eyes charged with dark emotion. Stunned anew by the passion that had just been exchanged between them, Thalia stepped away from Ian, touching her lips with her fingertips. She was so overcome with rapture that she felt lightheaded. Yet she had to deny herself these wondrous feelings. She had to deny herself Ian. Oh no! Okay, so this is going to be a beautiful third-person writing, and the it's not like separated from like a third person of the man, a third person of the female, or to Thalia and Ian, and they're merged together, which is lovely. I love when they do that, when they're like the two people are together. I love it when people write like that because it is the best writing ever, especially in a romance and adult romance stuff. So anyway, this is my next book and I can't wait. I will buy the next two because I love this series. I didn't realize there was 2 other books to finish off the series. It seems that there's only 2 more because of the list I got. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. This was quite the interesting video, and actually longish. A lot longer than I thought it would be. But anyway, if you liked this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you have read this series, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, at the library, I only found these 4 books. So if you were in the same situation as I was, please let me know in the comments below. And, you know, you only figured out that, oh my god, it's a 6-book series and not a quartet book. So let me know in the comments below. Just don't be negative, don't be nasty, because we do not need them in the world. And nobody needs to feel stupid, you know. Yeah, so, and if this is the first time you're watching my video, please hit that big red subscribe button down there by my picture for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging, because some things come in a bubble wrap manila envelope or plastic bag wrapped thingy. I'm still waiting for my 2 Better World book orders. They're 2 separate orders. Vlogmas, random vlogs, and random videos. I have no idea what to categorize. So, I'm gonna get going because I need to find the next 2 and put them on hold and such. I gotta go put that in my bookcase. I'm gonna continue working on my DeviantArt stuff and watching Gilmore Girls season 1. I'm still on season 1. Wait, no. I'm technically on season 2, episode 2. How does that work? I don't know. They blended together, so I didn't realize the separation. But anyway, I gotta get going. So, I'll see you all in my next video. Which I don't know what's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be. If anything, it probably will end up being a book review. I don't know about anything else. So, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!